Molly May, will you come out to play? Your smile takes the edge off of the day, and you're a light that brightens.
This is Molly May, a Bod Pause Pod and other nice stuff with me, Molly May. Hello, friends. Hello, family. Today we are going to discuss the joys of looking backward while moving forward at a regular person pace. Looking back in order to move forward, making your past significant in your present, opening presents of your past, saying hello to the past and goodbye to the future, saying hello to the future with a nod toward the past, sliding doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. What could have been and what shall be done. God bless America, under his eye. Blessed be the fruit. May the Lord open. My favorite opener yet. Jabish. What I mean, guys, is I fucking found my journal from when I was 16. And, yeah, we're gonna do that shit. I just gave myself chills. I realized that this might be like a very self-important episode, but I promise it's juicy and it contains not only myself, we have a little treat later, so stay tuned. So appropriately, what I can't take off this week. This whole thing, by the by, I've planned to be very 2002 focused. I'll go to Goodyear. So the first time I went thrifting, I was actually in 8th grade, and I went to the Goodwill in Rochester, Minnesota, and I have had this long sleeve t-shirt in my closet. It's like this is the longest staple item that I have ever had in my closet. But like you never forget your first thrift, right? The emotion of it, right? Like the treasure. And there's also like that wretched stench. Like, can I get over the smell of this garment? Will this smell of this garment come out in the wash? Will it be that good? And this fucking, and it was my favorite. I'm talking about my America's favorite 6-pack long sleeve, perfectly worn out light blue t-shirt. When I got it, I remember I was afraid to wear it to school because I thought that I'd get in trouble because it said 6-pack on it. But it's not alcoholic. It's a 6-pack of, oh my God. It's a 6-pack of Jell-O pudding packs illustrated on the front, like under the type treatment of America's favorite 6-pack. I'm guessing it's from like the mid 80s because it has like the old Jell-O logo and the type treatment they used. And being a design nerd, I loved scouring the internet for old Jell-O logos. The tag also says extra large, so it fits like a modern day large. It's so good. Like I said, it's been a staple in my wardrobe for like 20 years now. And every year when the seasons change and the wind is blowing and the leaves are doing leaf stuff, I'm reminded of the comforts of home and the feel-goods of an old friend. Jell-O! It's so good. You guys, so the song of the week, I did a little Googling. It's really tapping into my research skills on Google. And I thought it only fitting to pick the chart-topping hit from my sophomore year of high school to really set the tone for this ep. The tone. We're going to set the tone right here, guys. And that is, okay, wait. Post-production gods. Can I get a drum roll? I promise if you give me a drum roll just this time that I'll stop swearing and I'll be nicer to my coworkers and I'll never ask for anything ever again. Amen. Okay, well, Google said it was fucking Nickelback. This is how you remind me, but I'm not about to do that to you. So, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear post-production gods, do you think that you could put another drum roll moment in for me so I could have a redo? I know that I told you that I wouldn't ask for anything ever again, but Nickelback happened. I'll never ask for anything ever again, amen. Ashanti, foolish. It's like, oh my God. It's like that sexy high school dance crossover jam where you're slow dancing, but you're also grinding. Like, oh, Ashanti. She was really looking out for everyone when she was doing that. And I just learned that it's like the same beats as Biggie's, what was the song? Oh, as Biggie's One More Chance, which is just like, it's fucking Ashanti, man. Thank you. 2002, yes. And I have to do a runner-up, actually, of Nelly's Hot in Here with 2 R's. Because 1 R is never enough. R is for perfection. Very important announcement that just came through my headphones is that fucking Nelly and Ashanti dated for like a decade. I didn't even... Oh, wow. Wow. The universe just handed us that. But I think that my musical preference really peaked at 16. And like, I have to say that the pod playlist that's coming together is like so seemingly random. Like if you were to look at it just from, if like you weren't listening, and the fluidity of them like back to back makes positively no sense. But it's so moody, and that's what we're here for. We're just gotta set the cute little stage. So who to follow for this week? I always get like a perfect rush of nostalgia and giggles over Pop Culture died in 2009, which is actually when I was, like trying to scoot out of undergrad. I didn't graduate yet, but I was trying hard to get out of undergrad. But you get the idea. It's just like a perfect, it's a perfect reminder of shit like when Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton were fighting in nightclubs and Misha Barton was getting deweys and Dakota Fanning was like the image of Dakota Fanning that happens in your head when you hear someone say Dakota Fanning. Like that was 2009 is when Dakota Fanning was Dakota Fanning. I'm like, I'm having so much fun. Let's make it 2002 let's do more of it. Every week. It's 2002 from here on out. Okay, so let me set the scene for you. I can. It's so good. It's September 3rd, 2002. I'm in American Lit, English Lit, some sort of Lit, with Brode, Miss Broderson. And we started every class with writing in our journals. Mine was red, and my best friend, Ben Caron, had drawn all over it. It's interesting. We'll post a picture. It's I'm not here to talk about that though, but it's like it really is a treat. So journaling, I'm sure, was only like 15 minutes at the beginning of every period, but in some of these entries, as I was like going through this, it clearly felt like an eternity, and apparently there was like a page limit that we had to hit at the end of every quarter. So it's like, it's hilarious going through this journal and looking how like my handwriting changed to like fill out as many pages as I could, as fast as I could. And then like the best part is knowing that Brode had to read this shit. Like, so it starts out like plenty honest enough, and then like going through at the end of the quarter, she would like sign it and date it So at the beginning, there were like prompts that I'm clearly like following. But then I got sick of it, and I would just start writing what I called random thoughts. And I got like deep into things. I was like, oh my God, I got so drunk this weekend. Like in my high school journal that my teacher is reading. Or I was like, oh my God, I miss my ex-boyfriend so much. I just want him back. What can I do? He's being such an asshole. This is an asshole. And I have no friends, and all the girls are so mad at me. But we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, September 3rd, 2002, a list of questions I'd like answered. Why are parents so selfish? Why do people love so greatly? Why does time fly when you want time to stand still? I'm like E.E. Cummings, like 16-year-old Molly's like doing some shit. Who invented algebra class? Who was the first best women's athlete? Why did women used to have no say in anything? What is the easiest way to make money? How can I let go of all of my problems? When can I see a certain person again? It's just so scandalous. When will I die? How will I die? Will I get married? How old will I be when I get married? Will I have kids? Where will I go to college? This is so weird to me, right? Because like I have these answers now, little Molly. What will my profession be? Will I make a lot of money? She's a thirsty girl. Who will I marry? How many kids will I have? Will I ever end up in a nursing home? When will Mocha die? How will Mocha die? Mocha was our farm dog. What did my parents bring me back from Colorado? When will they leave again? Why is it so cold in here and then so hot? When will Ben Caron come back from the orthodontist to sit by me in English again? Is volleyball going to be hard tonight? Why are our ears on our heads? Why does the humidity make my hair curl? And like perfectly punctuated lastly, am I hungry enough to get extras for lunch? Molly May, yes, you are hungry enough to get extras. Always get extras. Fucking always. So it's been like 16 years, right? So I'm gonna like, let's just take a moment to like rattle off the answers to these. They deserve that. And then, you know, like when I'm, okay, in another 16 years when I'll be like, how old will I be? Alexa, how old will I be in 16 years? See, like, who invented algebra class? We have Alexa. I'll be pushing 50, and that's like fucking chic for me. So I'll have more answers, and I'll do a follow-up episode when I'm 48, I think. Okay, Molly, rapid fire. Why are parents so selfish? They're not. You were naughty. Why do people love so greatly? I'm going to need more context to that question. Like, life is love, baby. Why does time fly when you want time to stand still? It's like, I don't have it. Time flies. I don't get it. Who invented algebra class? A fucking ass shit. That's who. Who was the first best women's athlete? You were, Molly. Why did women used to have no say in anything? Because of the motherfucking patriarchy that we are still trying to fucking smash. What is the easiest way to make money? Probably online quizzes. How can I let go of all my problems? Therapy. When can I see a certain person again? This is so scandalous. Like 16, and like life turned out magical because you probably didn't see that certain person again. Like you little, this is like running around in secret. When will I die? Oh my God, when will I die? that psychic. Call the psychic up. How will I die? You'll probably be snugsy in your old lady bed, or like a Rose on Titanic moment. Like I'll throw my jewels over the edge of the bed and just go, oh, you know, when she like drops the heart of the ocean and she makes that like little, oh, that little coo. Sorry. Will I get married? Yes, you got married. You eloped. Like you're still so naughty. How old will I be when I get married? You will be, you were, I was 28. This is a hard, like, grammatical exercise, talking to yourself in the past. Will I have kids? Okay, mom and aunts that are listening. I mean, we talk about it. That's all I can say. It's not a yes, it's not a no. It's a maybe. Where will I go to college? The University of South Dakota and then the Minneapolis College of Art and Design. What will my profession be? You will have a job that doesn't even exist when you're 16. That's fucking crazy. You are a woman in technology. Okay, motherfucker? Way to go. Will I make a lot of money? Fuck no, but you try hard. Who will I marry? Johnny Law McMahon, and yes, he's hot. Remember how like important it was when you were 16 to have like, I hope my boyfriend is hot when I'm old. He's gonna be hot. I'm gonna date a hot guy. Like he's not gonna be a smart guy. He's not gonna be a funny guy. He's not gonna be a talented guy. He's gonna be I just want him to be hot. How many kids will I have? You have a dog, so that's a good start. Will I ever end up in a nursing home? By the time that I am ready for a nursing home, I hope it will be like a pod resort in the trees. So then I can do like my Rose from Titanic, like my from my tree pod. When will Mocha die? When you go to college. How will Mocha die? A broken heart. What did my parents bring me back from Colorado? Nothing, and certainly not weed in 2002. When will they leave again? They never left again. Nope. Why is it so cold? Why is it? I don't get this question. Why is it so cold in here and then so hot? Like, I don't know. Like, facilities management is a tough job. A notable idea to write down, Molly. When will Ben Caron come back from the orthodontist to sit by me in English again? I don't probably like in 15 minutes. I'm assuming. We're gonna take a break though, because I have a special little. So I asked my best friend Karen if he could do a quick little recap of what life has been like for him since he came back from that orthodontist appointment.
Okay, so I got back from the orthodontist and I spent the next 2 years of high school vacillating between being the town's poster boy and pariah, dipping just below a 4.0 and being president of all of the clubs, but recklessly getting in trouble by doing stupid pranks all through high school, which kept me from achieving my ultimate dream, which was to be choir captain. Just before graduation, I made a last-minute decision to switch from studying law at Iowa State to going and studying theater at Cal State LA, thankfully with the support of my family. And I spent the next 5 years at Cal State LA basically studying my fears and my prejudices and finally embracing my sexuality, which led me to fall in love with a rock star with a heart of gold who showed me that it's okay to be sincere. I spent the next 5 years learning everything that there was to know about producing cabaret shows, and I started writing and performing my own music. Eventually, I married the rock star with a heart of gold, discovered spirituality, and got certified as a yoga teacher, which leads me to now. Currently, I am a yogi, singer-songwriter, concert director, digital content producer. Oh, and I had those braces on for 6 fucking years, and my teeth are still not straight. But I am really grateful to be alive.
Ben Caron came back from the orthodontist. And he's still my best friend, Ben Caron. Long live Will and Grace. Next question. Is volleyball going to be hard tonight? It usually was. So, yes, like run those fucking killers while you can. Why are our ears on our heads? Like, to hear. What? Oh my God. Why does the humidity make my hair curl? Because the hydrogen bonds form between water molecules and the proteins in your hair. And it's like, you should have known that. I say that, but like, I just Googled that last night. Am I hungry enough to get extras for lunch? Duh. Like, this is all so fascinating. And I adore nostalgia, but I look back at this and I'm, like Ben said, like, I'm so grateful. Like, if only I knew what I was going to go on and do with my life. And it's so interesting, like, going back and reading this journal, because it put me right in that place where I was. And I was like, oh, my friends are mad at me today. Oh, my friends really like me today. And it was like, just like the drama of being 16, right? But now I'm just like, I'm sitting here and I was like, I love my life so much, and like how much joy that I can reap in my life. And I can do that, like, I can do that all by myself. And it's like, this is like a gratitude app. Guys, looking back to look forward, here we are. This is like 2 weeks later. September 20th, 2002. Clothes I love and hate, and why. Like, you guys, I can't even, like, it's so rich. It's like, no, baby Molly. Okay, here it goes. I really like dressing scurvy a lot. No, God. Oh, God. When I don't have any time in the morning, I don't want to do anything, so I throw on some old grubby or comfortable clothes. I think how I dress affects my mood for that day and how I'll pay attention, etc. On days like homecoming week, it's fun to dress up and be crazy. That had 2 exclamation points. I really like dressing up too, when I have the time, that is. Sometimes it's fun to wear friends' clothes, especially the guys'. There's something about a really big guy shirt that's so fun to wear. Like, oh my God, she does drag. When I play sports, I can't stand wearing t-shirts. They have to be a cutoff or a tank top. Something about sweaty sleeves just irks me. Well, again, 2 exclamation points. Also, when I play volleyball, it's hard for me to get in the mood when I don't have spandex on. Like, shut up, little Molly. This is like the OG what I can't take off this week. Like, you're so little and brilliant. Like, scurvy? I dress scurvy a lot? What is it? It's like pirate slang? Scurvy? I showered like 3 times a day between feeding calves and sports. And then kind of when I had my period when I was a teenager, I would like think I could just like wash it away. Scurvy. Okay. September 30th, 10 days later, 2002. Things I'd like to change about myself. Yeah. Okay. Buckle up for this guy. I would like to change my skin tone. It is very white and fair because I am a redhead. When I try to tan, I only get really red or freckly. I get really visible tan lines also. That's just like, that's so sad. And also like, so 2002 high school girl with access to a tanning bed. Oh my God. Wear sunscreen, guys. I would like to change my nose. I would like to change my nose. It is rather long, and I am afraid that someday it will look like my mom's. Extremely pointy. Sorry, Mom. I would like to change my lips. They are so thin and little, it's like they're not even there. Okay, well, lip kits came out and you can overline and be fine. I would like to change my toes. They are definitely not normal. I want you to know that not was in all caps and underlined twice. They curve awkward, some are chubby, and the size differences are immense. Well, little Molly, you really learned to love everything else but that one. Your toes will forever be fucked up. I would like to change the amount of hair on my arms. It just looks so masculine. Yuck. Like, what is this? What is this? Like, it's so sad. And I sit here now reading this into a microphone that the universe has so graciously delivered to me to talk about self-love and body confidence. And 16 years ago, what I really needed in my life is 32-year-old me. And this is like, shit, guys. And like, I realize that all of those things that I just said are like surface level vanity, but it's so deep seated. And like looking back to be fucking grateful is where I'm at right now. It's like, this isn't, that just got intense. Intense. Where do you sleep when you camp? Intense. And I realized that like looking back at my own past and having discussions with myself in front of a microphone is like one of the single most narcy things that I could ever think about doing. Like, that's not lost on me. But it's a practice also that I think is important for us to do. So like, I'm sitting here as an adult-ass woman encountering the girl in me and like remembering that and remembering what that felt like. And on the face of this, like especially the last expert is very surface level. But what I was doing was like laying down my foundation when I was 16, right? Like my roots and how I was going to exist and my belief systems. And like, God, I was working and defining what it means for me to be a worker and establishing my work ethic and my hustle. And I was learning what it meant to be a friend, a good friend, a lifelong friend. And like, I can send a text to a buddy that's like, hey, give me a recap since you went to the orthodontist in 2002, would you? And he's like, you know, sweat. Like, that's so heartwarming to me. And like, I was exploring my future and curious about what was going to happen to me. And I think that that's a hopeful mark, right? Like that curiosity about the future. So lastly, October 2nd, 2002, a list of things I fear. Spiders, fights, breakups, getting sick, cancer, dying, messing up, blowing a game, getting yelled at, parents, deer at night, small town Iowa, bad guys, boogers. Yeah, it was like that time in life when boys around you always had bats in the cave. Like, we're going to make out and there's going to be a fucking booger stuck to my cheek. Like, yeah, I was afraid of boogers. Or that I'd have a bat in the cave and it'd stick on their cheek. Then I had to be like, my booger's on your face. Ben Caron mad at the school bully. Stepping on people's feet while dancing. Upperclassmen. Guns. Mad people. I fear mad people. Lord. tripping while wearing big shoes. Like I'm just walking around like wearing clown shoes. Hurting my ankle again. Well, you probably shouldn't wear big shoes and you won't hurt your ankle. Car accidents. Driving in a big city. Gothics. It doesn't say goths. It says gothics. Unusual places. Being alone in a dark, unusual room. Like, define unusual. What? Stacyville Haunted Corn Maze. Rudd Spook House. Psychos. I'm afraid of psychos. The school bully on a bad day. My dog attacking a skunk. Fleas. Lice. Ticks. I could have also wrote that list last night. I will never tell. Bye, Trish. I love you. And if you got this far in the pod, I'm impressed as fuck and really grateful to have you listening. If you want to know more information about me or the show, check out the show page on matriarchdm.com, where we host all of the What I Can't Take Off, our progressive Spotify playlist from the songs of the week, and obviously the reminder of who to follow for the week, all in a nice little fucking Matriarch Digital Media bow. Theme song is Molly May by Ben Caron. Like, I'll never get over saying that. It's so good, right? Thanks for listening. You're so cute.